Now, I don't have my Crayola one. I'm using a Sharpie, but in your Crayola pack, you guys should have your Crayola black. So use that. So using your Crayola black, you are going to go and you are going to go around and you are going to just trace over all of those lines that you want to keep. So take your time. If you feel that you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. Now, I like to use zigzag lines to kind of show fur. So if you want to do the same, feel free. I think zigzag lines are a really good way to show some fluffy texture. Up, out. I think I'm going to make this ear a little bigger. There we go. Trace out his eyes. Now, you guys don't have to keep watching unless you want to, because I know you will be drawing a different creature. So you don't have to do the same what I'm doing. Again, this is supposed to be kind of inspired by what you have that you like for your stuffy, or you as an animal, or a pet in your house. But again, you can keep watching if you want to see the steps. There's his smile. Okay. Next, I'm going to add his little shirt because again, I'm having him dressed all fancy. And then he needs his tie. There's that. And then I'm just going to kind of fluff him down. Alrighty. Now, since you guys are using the Crayola marker, make sure it's dry. So maybe like give the paper a few minutes, like take a little quick walk away, a great time for a bathroom break. Because if you start erasing on the wet marker, you're gonna get some smudges. But go ahead, and you can go in and you can erase all of those extra lines. If your marker starts smudging, you can stop. Just be careful. We are going to color over it. But if it's bugging you and it's smudging everywhere, just let it dry some more and then come back to it. And again, we are going to be coloring over. If you try a lot of ways at home and it's not coming out, you can either use a new paper that you have at home, or if you need some more, please feel free to let me know. Have an adult send me an email, or you can tell me on Flipgrid, and I will send you some more paper. And I just want to say I appreciate your flexibility, because it is definitely tricky doing this at home. So I'm very proud of you. Alrighty, so that should be your first half of your drawing. And again, we are taking 2 weeks for this, so please take your time. I'm going to keep going and I'm going to kind of color this in, but feel free to stop watching now because I'm going to post this same slide next week. And next week is really when I expect the coloring to be done. But again, we're just going to kind of keep going along. So if I wanted to, I could color my doggy the same way that he looks here. However, I think that he has a lot of white in him. So let's see. Do I want rainbow doggy or do I want realistic one? Well, I think I'll go realistic and then I'll go super crazy in the background. So looking at my doggy, I can see he has lots of black, so I will need my black. He has light blue eyes, and let's see, some gray in his fur. So I'm going to give you guys the option. If you want to color a marker, feel free. Or you can color this in crayon. I'm giving you a choice. But if you do crayon, you're going to try to match like me. Because these pictures are getting scanned for the fundraiser, you really have to do some dark crayon work. But I think there's more colors in our crayon box than there are in our marker box. So that is why I am picking to do crayons. But again, if that's not what you want to do, you may do what works better for your drawing. I just feel I have more of the colors that he has if I use what's in my crayon box. So I'm going to start by looking at my doggy and matching his colors. So his fur up here is gray. So you see how dark I am coloring this in? You want to make sure that you do the same thing. Now sometimes when you push really hard with crayon, it will break. But that's okay. It still works. And then another thing that happens is sometimes your hand gets really tired. So feel free to take a break, give your hand a shake. But again, since this is being scanned, you want to do your best coloring. You want to make sure that you're not leaving any white spaces and that you are pushing down nice and hard. Okay. And having that nice black marker border is really going to kind of make the lines pop versus the color on the inside. That's why I went with that. But again, it will look beautiful as well if you chose to color with markers. All right, so his eyes, he has a little bit of blue on the other side of this black. So I'm going to take my blue first. Alrighty. You can also do a mix, like if you want to do some crayons, some markers, that's fine too. Alrighty, so there's his nose. Let's see, what else does he have? Ooh, the inside of his eyes, those are black. So being very careful around those cutie marks that he has. Color in his eyeballs. There's one. I think he's a husky, and this is turning out pretty husky, so I'm going to go with yes, that he is a husky. Alrighty. Now, he did have a little bit of gray around the outside of his ears, so I'm going to just add like a little touch of gray out here on the outside. So if you are studying a pet or if you are studying a stuffy, feel free to look at them. It's a really good opportunity to try to match those colors. But again, if you're using your imagination, go wild with it. That is your opportunity in this lesson. Alrighty. Now, since he is mostly just white, I think that is all of the color for him. So now I'm going to worry about his hat and his collar and his tie. So let's see here. I think that he would wear a red tie. So let's get a good red crayon out for that. And I think that he would wear let's see, probably a darker blue shirt, maybe. Yeah, we'll give him a blue shirt, a red tie, and let's see, maybe a brown hat. So again, the difference would be like if I was coloring like that, that's not going to look as good on the scan. So really try to push down nice and hard. There. I'm going to color in his, he's wearing a blue shirt, so nice blue collar. Again, I'm pushing down pretty hard. you have all these extra crayon stuffs that you get when you push hard, just give it a blow or a little shake and it will go away. There we go. So there's that. Alrighty, now we need his tie. Yep, his tie. Alright, so color that in the red. And then that's mainly my dog. However, the one thing we are talking a lot here is we are learning about some portraiture. And so when you get your school picture, you either get that standard blue background or there are some pretty cool ones you can pick from. So we really have to do the background, especially because so much of him is white that I really want to make sure that the rest of it pops with the color. Before I do that, I just realized I wanted to go in and I forgot part of his eyes. So let's add those in real quick. That looks better. Okay. All right, now I am ready for that background. So because I went so realistic with my doggy here, I am going to do a very super creative, colorful background. I'm going to let my imagination flow. I'm just going to kind of do some random colors and design work. I think that's going to be kind of fun for him. So how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to take some colors and I'm going to go crazy with them. One kind of fun thing if you want to try that you can do when you're pushing down hard with crayons is you can try to blend colors. It's what's called an ombre. Now this is totally optional because, as you know, I'm all about choice, so you get to choose what you want your background to be. But if you want to try some ombre blending, finding colors that are close in the rainbow will help you when you're first doing this. But all you have to do is you color one dark spot, then pop the next color right next to it, and color that down as dark as well for as big as you want. And then what you would do to ombre it is you would draw a little bit of that orange on top of that pinky purple. And then the same thing here, a little bit of that purpley into that orange. And as long as you're pushing down nice and hard, you're going to start to get that middle color, that blend. So I'm just going to kind of ombre away. But again, feel free to do whatever it is you want to do with this creation. So I am going to stop my video and I will join you back when I finish coloring. Alrighty, we're back here, and as you can see, I kind of ombre out my background, but again, you guys don't have to. You can do whatever you want. The main thing is that you really cover everything. Even if your creature has a lot of white in him like mine does, your background should really make sure he pops with lots of color back there. What makes these scans work is when there's a lot of color down. So it's really, really important. If you're like me, you have a white creature, your background's really colorful. Even if your creature's not white though, you still want that colorful background. We just want lots and lots and lots of color, lots and lots of pigment, which just means how strong that color is coming through. So that's how hard we're pushing with our crayon. And that's going to get you a really nice scan. And if you choose, a really nice product. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, this 2-week project. So please do not sit and do this all for like 2 hours. 2-week projects. We'll have one class and then we will finish the second class. But again, I can't wait to see what you guys have created. Please show me on Flipgrid, my at-home artists. If you're having trouble with that again, you can always email me. But if you send it on Flipgrid, I will send you a video back with some feedback. Thank you again, and I can't wait to see what you guys made.